Here we are standing on the completed gym slab. We've been waiting for this for such a long time. It's finally completed. It's one of the first major pours on site. So to see it finished and cured is so good without all the formwork. So we're gonna have a look at how this was all constructed and all the steps that went into it. So let's jump in. From around 2012, 2013, I discovered CrossFit and I just loved how you could train in a garage without having heaps of equipment. Obviously, it becomes a little bit of an addiction. You end up buying way more than you need, but you could train in your garage, and it was something that really appealed to me. So before we left Melbourne, I actually bought a whole bunch of gym gear and it sat in my garage for a very, very long time. So around 2013 I bought it and it sat in the garage until probably, around 2020. So it was a long time. It was a dream that kind of just died.
So our first home gym was when we had our apartment in Narrabeen, which was a small apartment. We were still very lucky to be able to train, but we were training in our garage.
When 2020 hit, everyone knows what happened. All the gyms shut down and we had to start training at home. So it was actually the first opportunity we got to do that.
Well, when our CrossFit box had to close and all the other gyms had to close and everyone couldn't be around anybody. So we were training in our small garage. I had a newborn baby, so we had neighbours complaining about the noise as well, so it was a very stressful time. That wasn't like a fun memory, but we still got it done. After our first little gym, which was at our apartment in Narrabeen, and we were renovating the house, so there was no garage there, so we actually had to build our own gym in the backyard. That's how eager we were. Once our home gym was finished, we trained in there, which was actually a really aesthetically beautiful looking gym. Tiny, it was absolutely gorgeous, but it was still quite small, and for the stuff that we do, like weightlifting and Olympic lifting, it was really tight and narrow, and so it was a little bit hard to train in there, but we still did it and we still managed to get up every day and train and do our thing, and yeah. My husband's non-negotiable was I want my own gym, but like a massive gym. We've had our own little garages, but that was his thing, which I totally got behind too, because we live that kind of lifestyle where we train for our health and fitness and, our mental health as well. And now because we have a kid, so we want to be around for him. So we want to be nice and healthy for him for as long as we can. So for my husband, that was a non-negotiable. So when we bought the land, there was a pre-existing shed, which we are in right now. So we kind of turned half of that into our gym whilst our build's happening to build our big 200 square metre gym, which he probably thinks it's not big enough, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
We are here checking out the slabs that Sterling Concrete are doing for us, which is really epic. The boys are working super hard. But it's the slabs for my office shed, which is going to be cool, and the gym shed. So that's really cool as well, really big. It's really cool to see how they're actually laying this down. And then they're also in the main house working on the conference area, which is a nice big space that we're going to have for about 12 people to, do work. So very cool. We're just checking it out today. So let's go have a look.
So I just came down here today to see the progress, and there's so many new faces. There's concreters, there's plumbers. Tyrone swung by, so that was awesome. We got to chat to him a little bit. And yeah, it's just really cool seeing just everything sort of forming and starting to take shape. The sheds, we've got 2 sheds that are going up soon. Concrete should be poured next week. So that's just going to be something new to see and something exciting. And yeah, we just can't wait. We're excited for the office to get put up first. I think the concrete's going to be poured for that next week sometime, because some of the finishes and fixtures that we've chosen with Tamika, we are obviously going to use for this office, which is great because then we can actually see it firsthand, come to life, see what it actually looks like, and then we get an idea of what it will look like with the other dwellings. So we are going to do the Shalshugi barn, which is that burnt timber that we're doing for the other 2 big dwellings. We're actually going to use that on the office as well, on the outside, so it doesn't look like just a tin shed. It gives it so much more character and texture, and I think it's going to look amazing.
Just having a quick check out of the bridge as well. So that's coming along nicely. They're actually working on the head walls now. So it's been a bit of a drama getting to this point, but finally we are seeing some progress here. We've got, so you can see there's a tapered head wall on the one side, and then on the opposite side here, and then we've got 2 flats. So it's basically where the cars come through. So it's flat there, so the cars can't fall off into the edge. But that should hopefully be poured in the next week or 2. But that's been a bit of a drama, to be honest, because it's just the weather and just a whole bunch of things behind the scenes. But we're finally getting there. So once that's poured, it means that we can actually get the concrete on top of the bridge and then connect this road, because at the moment we have a temporary road that goes round the bridge, and funnily enough, when the big rain comes, it actually turns into a dam. So after all of this, we'll be able to cut the road straight through here, remove the temporary road, and have a proper functioning roadway coming through here, and actually start to complete it and seal it so that the trucks can come up and down no matter the weather. All right, so today that was awesome. Actually, we were on site and Tyrone from Future Flip pulled up. We actually managed to have a really awesome chat with him. We spoke through a whole bunch of things about like how we're getting electricity to the different dwellings, because we're actually building a bit of a compound here. There's multiple dwellings that need to be attached with electricity. The electricity needs to be certain depth under the ground. We have a lot of rock here, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. So we're just trying to figure out what's the best way and the most cost-effective way to get electricity to all the buildings. We also talked through just some of the finishing touches on the road. We've got a few more pieces that need to go in, some drainage as well, just to get the water off from the back of the hill, because we were built on a hill, so the water comes rushing down here. We also spoke about what we're going to do with the sheds and how we're going to, hand over, whether we're doing it or they're doing it or who's managing that. So that's cool. But yeah, it's all just starting to slowly come out of the ground, which is super exciting. It's really exciting to see it after this long, but it also shows the scale of this thing. This thing is enormous. So when you start seeing everything come out of the ground, you can realize why it costs so much money to build. So let's hope that the budget manages to stretch until the very end.